You guys, it's more foolishness. More fucking foolishness. So I guess Seth last night went and talked to Vinny. He was on Vinny's show last night, you guys. I missed that. I didn't even really see it until this morning. And what the hell is wrong with Seth? And he sounds like he's very medicated. Like he's medicated. I mean, I probably would have to be medicated too. But what is wrong with him? Now he knew, or he should have known, when Chris confronted him, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I'm not gonna be on here too long, you guys, because I gotta go to work. But listen. So now Seth is like, they're not answering his approving his emails, approving his emails. Seth, what the fuck are you talking about? You want Chris to approve some emails? And you probably put in there, yeah, I got these private detectives, I got a dog handler, I got, these other people that got dogs, sniffing dogs. Hell, you think Katie and Chris want you to come see them and you got dogs and shit? They don't fucking want to see no damn dogs that can sniff out Sebastian. Are you crazy? That's all they fucking need is for a dog for you to come pulling up to Yogi Bear campground with some dogs. Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to find Sebastian. You're going to find Sebastian if you pull up anywhere where they're at with some dogs. They're not interested in being teamed up with you, Seth. They're not. That was awesome bullshit, and you should have knew that. That was some fucking bullshit. They are not interested in nothing you got going on. They're not interested in looking for Sebastian because they know where Sebastian is at. So I don't know what you're talking about. You need to get Chris's approval. Approval for what? Sure, you want to go hire all these people and this and that, and then go talk to Chris and Katie about, oh, I got the Ninja Turtles, I got Batman, I got everybody else on my team, and I need you to come out here and help find Sebastian. They're not looking for Sebastian. First of all, you should have knew that from the get go. They ain't been looking for Sebastian. They never started looking for Sebastian. So that should tell you right there they wasn't looking for Sebastian 2 months ago. So this is all smoke and mirrors. Seth, we need to get it together, honey. They're not helping. They're not going to help. And you need to get some rest. You need to get you some rest because you're slurring your words. You're sleepy. You're not thinking straight. And if you don't got that wire, you might need to go get one. You might need to go to the police and get you a wire because they're coming back, or Chris is going to come back. And I think Chris he's standing on some type of business. I don't know what you guys got going on as far as finances or whatever y'all got going on, but somebody is hiding something. And Chris and Katie, they're not about to tell you shit. They're not going to tell you nothing. You're going to have to go get this on your own, boo-boo. Sorry, that's me getting nice. You're going to have to do this on your own, Seth. And you need to get some rest because the shit you're doing is not working. You don't have to have Chris approve shit. Who is Chris? Who the hell is Chris? He ain't nobody. He just knows what happened. And he ain't gonna tell you. Katie ain't gonna tell you shit. So stop waiting on them to approve shit. That don't even sound right. That's some bullshit. Oh, he got it, shit. That's some fucking crap. Get your head out of your ass, Seth. I don't know what they got over you or what's going on, but you need to get your head out of your ass and get your ass in gear and just keep looking for Sebastián. Fuck Chris and Katie. They're in trouble. These are just my opinions. This is not fact. I'm just telling you how I feel from what the fuck I see. And it's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors. Steph, you're gonna have to figure this shit out on your own because they're not gonna tell you shit. I think you're the weakest fucking link here. You better get you some damn sleep because you're going crazy and we're all watching you. Chris is the stepfather. He's not the father. He is not the father. Why are you giving him so much power and control? He's not the father. So get your head out of your ass and stop listening to Chris. Chris and Katie are going to prison. And you better stay away from them. If you don't got no wire on, you better keep your ass away from them. If you're not wearing a wire, if you're not wired up, stop fucking talking to Chris and fucking Katie. Katie's not talking to you. She already don't trust Chris. She really damn don't trust you. Somebody else knows where Sebastián is at other than Chris and Katie. You can believe that. Somebody in that damn family, their family knows where Sebastián is at. These people are I guess they might be gang members. They might be a part of some kind of secret society. Your son might have got sacrificed. Are they Masons? Are they in some type of secret society? Because they might have sacrificed your son. And we talking about are they Illuminati? Because some people that are part of those secret societies sacrifice for money and power. So are they a part of some kind of secret society? And Sebastián got sacrificed for money and power. Because Chris is only making $20 an hour. Katie ain't making that much money. So your son could have been sacrificed, honey. So if I was you, I would leave them two be before something happens to you. Because they're not doing this alone. They had some help. That body has been moved 2 or 3 times. They've been moving that body, but see, they can't move the body anymore because they know the police is watching. And that's why Sebastián is going to be found. But you running around here talking about you waiting for Chris's approval. Who the fuck is Chris? Chris ain't nobody. And he can't do shit on his own. He has to have help. He had some help. I'll be looking at that mother-in-law. I'll be looking at his father. I'll be looking at Big D. I'll be looking at that group of people that Nina was talking about. I'd be looking at all of them. They know what happened to Sebastián. Do they want to go to prison forever? I guess so. I guess they'll take that risk. But you better stay away from Chris and Katie. And I don't believe that Chris is calling all the shots. I think Katie is calling some shots over there. I think these people might be involved with something evil. Who knows what the hell is going on out there in Hendersonville? They might be a part of some type of secret society, you guys. Because more than Chris and Katie know about what the hell happened to Sebastián. They got some help. So Seth, Chris and Katie do not want you coming nowhere near them with no fucking dogs. Any kind of dogs. Because you put a dog in that RV and I'll bet you that dog is going to hit on something. Put a dog in their cars, I'll bet you the dog is going to hit on something. The police haven't even took their cars. Haven't even put a dog in the RV. Haven't even went out there to the Yogi Bear campground. So what's really going on? Do they have some type of secret society out there? And they sacrifice Sebastián for money and power. I'm telling you, it's happening every day. It's happening every day. Look at what's happening to P. Diddy. Sacrificing people, allegedly, for money and power all the time. The Illuminati is real. So if something going on with some money, Katie and Chris is not even working. Where are they getting money from? How are they still paying their mortgage? They're not even working. And you would have to be at work every fucking day, not missing a day of work to keep paying that mortgage. Because they don't make that much money. I'm telling you, together, I'm saying together, they might bring home $7,000 a month together. That's maybe. Because Chris only makes $20 an hour. So they might maybe bring home, but you're talking about mortgage, you're talking about garbage, you're talking about water, you're talking about clothes, food, gas. Shit, that's $8,000 right there. Easy. Groceries. And Katie is taking Sebastián to, first of all, they went grocery shopping, and then they went to bowling, and then they went out to eat. And then we know what happened after that. Where's she getting this money from? So you telling me she went to the grocery store and spent like at least $200 or $300. Then she goes to the bowling alley and probably spent, because they was with, remember she said they was with the auntie and the cousins, which I think that was a lie. But bowling, I'm gonna say 150. We don't know how long they was there. And then out to eat too, that's another $100. So you gonna tell me she went and spent like $500 or $600 on Sebastian that last day? I don't believe her. I don't fucking believe Katie. And I think that baby got sacrificed. Now with all the new information coming out about Seth and Katie, they want to be, as one. They want to unite. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Like, it sounds like they're fucking Power Rangers or something. That's where I think they got that shit. Matter of fact, since I'm saying it, united. Ain't that some Power Ranger shit? They're not trying to work with you, Seth. Get a hold to yourself. Get you some fucking sleep, because you're not thinking straight, and you're letting Chris bully you. You're the father, not Chris. Don't fucking forget that. How you gonna let Chris come up to you and act like he's gonna punish you if you don't work together, and then you try to work together and they're not trying to work together. Katie ain't picking up her phone. Katie already left to go back to the Yogi Bear campground. They're not going to any visuals. They're not looking for Sebastian. They know where Sebastian is at. Seth, wake up. You're not going to find your son by being friends with them. They're not going to tell you. They're not trying to tell you where the hell Sebastian is at. So stop acting like you're waiting for him to approve this. Approve what? Approve an email. Just take the fucking dogs out there and see what the hell they hit on. You don't need to ask him. Because Sebastian is out there somewhere. And they sitting on top of what's going on. I would take the dogs right out there to where they at. Since they said they wanted to be as one, fucking drive the dogs out there to the Yogi Bear campground. See what they hit on. Stop waiting for them. Because this is some foolishness. Hey, Sari. I'm telling you, this is some fucking foolishness. Get you some rest, Seth. If you got your PIs, if you got your dogs, and they already said they wanted to be as one. They want to be Ninja fucking Turtles, right? Take the fucking dogs, drive out there to fucking where they're at, and see what the dogs hit on. The dogs don't even have to be inside the RV. Did you know that? They can smell it. The dogs can smell it. And we already all know that they said they wanted to be as one. So if you drive your ass out there to the Yogi Bear campground, let the dogs see if because look, all the cars is out there. The cars out there, the trucks out there. They got all that shit out there because they don't want it at the house. Because they know it got Sebastian sitting there. So take the fucking dogs out there and your PI and everybody else, since they saying they want to work together, we already fucking know what's going on. You're the one that they got fooled, because they not fooling us. I'm good, honey. I'm good. How are you, honey? I'm so sick of these people. Seth talking about he got to get the email approved by Chris. Like what's really fucking going on? Seth knows who Katie is. You was married to her. You were married to Katie. So you know how that bitch is. She's evil. And she would have used Sebastián as a sacrifice for sure. If for some money, you don't know what people will do for some money and power. Oh my God, I could sit here and talk about this all day. If I had all day, I could sit here and talk about this all day. I think Seth is trying to get close to them to say something. He better, you know what? Seth better go get him a wire. You better go turn on your recorder or something, Seth, if you don't have that already. That's all you got to do is get them. You should have had, if you didn't have a wire on, you should have hit the record button as soon as you seen Chris coming. Boop. You got to be smarter than the criminals because criminals ain't smart. You got to be smarter than them. Get you some kind of recording device. Take the dogs out there. Hey, just show up because you could just be like, you guys said you wanted to work together, so I'm here. So what's up? And have the dogs on the leash, because the dog can smell. They're gonna be able to smell some shit. Because they got Sebastián somewhere where they could see. Where they can see who's coming. They're not sitting at that Yogi Bear campground for nothing. They want to make sure that they can see, and then they got heads up to get the hell out of there. Let them see some people coming to search on that Mississippi line and see how fast they go. Because if I was the criminal, if I was, but I'm not, thank you, Lord. I didn't have to be a criminal. I wasn't always like this either, but we all have our little hiccups in the road. But if I was the criminal, I will want somebody to stay close to that body so we can be watching out, so we can warn each other. So why do you think Katie and Chris is staying way out there in the Yogi Bear? Why are they staying out there? And I didn't know you could just live at a campground. You can just live there. Like you just, I don't, you know what? And at my job, we sell the packages for the campgrounds, right? For the whole year or whatever. You might want to go for half the year, the whole year. Like we sell the packages, but I've never heard of anybody wanting to go to a fucking campground and just live there. I didn't see a package for that. So somebody let me know if you can just live at a campground. That's strange. But then again, we all know that Katie and Chris hold the key, and probably some of them people in that family hold the key to finding Sebastián. And they're just trying to bully Seth, and I don't know why Seth is falling for that shit. That shit makes me mad. I wish I was Seth's sister, because I'll be on Katie's helmet. I'll be on that bitch's helmet. She'll be having nightmares about me. But see, they could bully Seth. He gonna fall for that shit. I wouldn't be falling for none of that shit. So, Seth, take the dogs out there. Take the PIs out there. You guys want to all go work together? Go ahead. Go out there. Go take the dogs out there and see what happens. I bet you they gonna hit on something. Katie made sure she drove. Katie, why you have to drive? This is another thing. Why does Katie have to have her car out there? Chris has the truck out there and the RV. Katie, why do you have to have your car out there? That's fucking strange to me. They're not working. They're always together. Except the other day when Chris pulled up on Seth, Katie took her ass back to the RV park. Something about that RV park. She's trying to stay close to that RV park. The police need to get out there. They need to take them cars, that RV. They need to confiscate that shit to make them get back in their house. Get your asses back into your house and wait for Sebastian, because we taking all your shit. We're gonna take everything. I bet you that'll break them. And why is that Brinks truck still parked there? She don't work for them no more. How long can you stay off of work? And you got bills to pay. Unless this was a crime for money, then you don't have to go back to work, right? Because once you sacrifice, once you do your first sacrifice, listen, I'm not a professional at sacrificing. I just know a lot about the Illuminati. And once you get your first kill, the money start flowing into the mailbox. It start coming in. Did you guys know that? So I don't think this might not be their first sacrifice. That family, this might not be their first sacrifice because they selling $1 million houses out there. The mom is out there doing it. And what does she have to do for the money and the power? The brother is out there doing it. Big D. He's out there doing it. What did they have to do to get in the position that they're in? You know, you in Tennessee, that's a Bible Belt. That's one of the Bible Belt states. You know, a lot of people don't believe in God. They believe in the devil. They're devil worshipers. There's a lot of them out there. I used to live in Tennessee. There's a lot of devil worshipers out in Tennessee. A lot of hateful people in Tennessee. So did Sebastian get sacrificed for money and power? Could be. Could be. That baby didn't have a chance. And you know what? It's sad to say that that Nina, I mean, well, thank God for for Faith, and it didn't have to happen to Faith. But sorry, but I mean, they're like, fuck it, we'll just take Sebastian because they couldn't get Faith. Nina was fighting. Seth wasn't fighting, or was he fighting and nothing was moving? Because they had to have somebody that they could sacrifice. Because I believe that Chris would have sacrificed Faith. I believe eventually Faith would have been sacrificed. So one had to go so the other one could be saved. And that's sad to say. That's sad to say out loud. That they sacrificed Sebastian for Faith. That's sad to say. But this could be some Illuminati stuff. And I'm not gonna keep saying that because after this I'm gonna have to go pray because I don't want the devil on my line. I don't need him calling me up because he don't want to have to deal with Allah. You don't want to have to deal with Allah about me because Allah is crazy about me. I'm protected. He protects me. So don't come for me, devil. Do not come for me. Allah will get in position for me. But I'm saying Seth is being bullied. He's being bamboozled, and he's letting them do it. And he don't have enough fight in him right now. He said he's on medication. You're taking pain pills, and those pain pills they make you like your guard's not up, like you're not, you don't have that fight in you because of that pain medication. It's just like you're just, you're just, I don't know, you're just in another world somewhere with that damn pain medication. I wouldn't even be taking that shit during the day. I take that shit at night when it's time to go to bed. Because Seth don't have enough fight in him. Like I said, I wish I was Seth's sister because I'll be out there on they fucking bumpers. They'll see me every day. I'll be in their face every day. Where's my nephew? I know you know. Take the dogs out there, Seth. Since the police don't want to do it, take the dogs out there. Pull up on them with all the dogs and the PI and see what happens. See if the dogs don't start going crazy. Stop letting Chris bully you. Stop taking that pain medication. Get you some fucking sleep. And start over tomorrow so you can think straight. Because Chris got you fucked up. He got your head fucked up. You're miscombobulated in the head. You can't think. Don't come out here telling us that Chris hasn't approved the email. Fuck Chris. Why he gotta approve anything? He ain't nobody. And if you're God's child, don't be afraid of what's coming. Because when you believe in your higher power, we're not afraid of what's coming. It's gonna come. Shit is gonna happen. And let it happen. Because you're gonna find your son then. So stop being so fucking passive. Stop being so passive, Seth. You got to find out what happened to your son, but you don't have to be nice to those people. Those people know what happened to your son. They know what happened to your son. You got to be spontaneous. You got to show up with the dogs. Tell them I'm ready. Tell them, come on, you said we was going to be together. You said we was going to, we was going to be as one, like the Power Rangers and them, like the Ninja Turtles. Shit. Tell them you Batman. Shit. You said Sebastián like Batman, right? Tell them that you're fucking Batman and you're here with the dogs and the PI, and we gonna figure out where Sebastián is at. I bet you them dogs is gonna hit on them cars and that RV. And that's why they got them cars and that RV so far away from that house. Because Sebastián was in Katie's car. And he was in Chris's truck. Chris got the scratches and the bite marks to prove it. I keep saying Katie is the one, right? Katie is the one. They need to focus on her. Katie's the one who called Chris. She called Chris probably all that day. She was at the bowling alley, the grocery store, the row house. She was on the phone with Chris that whole fucking day. And they watching Sebastián. And then who knows if Chris was even in Memphis when she was calling him. Maybe he wasn't in Memphis. Maybe he was waiting. Maybe he was somewhere close and he was waiting because they knew by 10 o'clock Sebastián was going to be sacrificed. Why the hell else they at the damn motorcycle shop buying motorcycles and shit, looking at motorcycles, and your child is missing? If you didn't sacrifice that baby for money and power. Katie called Chris from the grocery store, from the bowling alley, from the row house, and was complaining about Sebastián. Like, this is it. We're going to do it today. I think Katie was the mastermind in this shit. This is it's going to happen today. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of him. I'm tired of this. She want to go be with Chris. You want to go hang out with Chris and see what he got going on. And he's like, I'm not coming back until we do this, until this is done. And then we can be together, Katie. Like I told you, he got to be sacrificed. If you want all this money and power, because listen, his mom, she outselling $1 million houses. Big D outselling $1 million houses. He building $1 million homes. They got money. But what did they have to do to get that money? And Chris and Katie ain't working. So they waiting for their big check because they just checkmate. They just Illuminati Sebastián for the money and the power. But see, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because us YouTubers is on your fucking line, Chris and Katie. And we know what you did. Seth is the one that's crazy. Did you offer Seth $3 million to shut up? Did you offer him that? Did you offer him money so he'll call the dogs off? Did you tell him Sebastián wasn't coming back, so we might as well get this money? What did you tell him, Chris? For him to tell everybody to fuck off. Maybe they had to have a life insurance. I believe that they could have had a life insurance policy, a big one on Sebastián. What does that equal? Money and power. Life insurance policies. Did the police even look into if they had a big life insurance policy? But listen, Katie and Chris didn't have to have the life insurance policy. Maybe somebody in their family had the life insurance policy. Maybe it wasn't Katie and Chris who got the life insurance policy. Maybe it was the mama. Maybe it was the mama or Big D. They need to check that family. All they gotta do is go into the. They got this thing online where you can look and see who got an insurance policy on Sebastián. All they gotta do and look and see is who got the insurance policy on Sebastián. They could have had a $5 million insurance policy on Sebastián. Why is Katie not at home? Why is she ain't waiting for her son to come back? Because if he walked off, why are you not waiting for him to walk back in the door? Because you know he's not coming back because you know where he's at. That's why you're not at home. You're not at home because people are threatening you. You're not at home because you're scared. You're not at home because that's the last place Sebastian was and I don't want to be there. I don't feel like. No, mothers don't do that. Mama bears don't do that. Mama bears wait. They're going to be waiting at the door to see if that doorbell's going to ring, to see if Sebastian is coming back through the door. You're not a mama bear. You're evil, Katie. Us mothers that do have autistic kids that we carry for 9 months, that we raising, we're not gonna kill them because of money and power and because you're tired of dealing with Sebastian. So you decided to go to the dark side. She decided to go to the dark side. You guys, that's what she did. Katie is not a fucking mama bear. Mama bears is gonna stand their ground and they're gonna stay in their house. They're gonna keep his room like the way it was when he left, and they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait until they hear some news about their child. Not run to Mississippi and live in an RV with your baby. Not he ain't even your baby daddy. Or is he? Is Katie pregnant? Is she pregnant, you guys? You sacrifice one to get another. Do we think that Katie might be pregnant? Are you pregnant, Katie? And you sacrificed Sebastian because Chris said that he was just the worst child in the world because he was a victim of SA, and he might mess with my daughter. He might mess with Faith. And the whole time, either you was gonna sacrifice him or Faith or both. Because do we really know if Faith was there, what would have happened to Faith too? They probably would have sacrificed her too to get double money. Thank God Faith wasn't there. Excuse me. Thank God that Faith wasn't in that house. Thank God Nina got enough balls to fucking fight for her daughter to make sure that she was going to be okay. So they had to get rid of Sebastian. They had to get rid of him, you guys. He was autistic. He was a problem child. You know, he been essayed. They just thought he was tainted with. He was the one. He was the chosen one. They already had it made up in their mind. I don't know if they have the death penalty over there where you guys are at in Tennessee. They don't have it over here where I'm at on the West Coast no more. But somebody is getting ready to go do life in prison, Katie. Because you're the one that made the phone call to Chris. You made the phone call to Chris. And we don't know when she made that phone call. Because why is she taking Sebastian on his last little play day? So they talked before this. They talked before she took Sebastian on that play day. They already had this shit planned. But what they didn't have planned is where they was going to hide the body. That's what they didn't have planned. Because listen, you can have a plan to do something to somebody. But after that, shit, what do we do with the body? I got to get back to work. And like I said, Chris, I you know, I would have thought, I really thought you was the cleanup man, but you did something too, because you're the one with the scratches and the bite marks on you. So you was the cleanup man and you did something. And you did something. Some people think, what? Let me see. Nina took Sebastian. What, Nina, what? Took Sebastian. Don't believe that. No. Nina don't got Sebastian. She ain't that type of woman. She ain't know Nina don't have Sebastian. Now that's crazy. Shit. Nina don't want nothing to do with nothing that's going on out there with Chris and Katie. In the way she was describing how they was doing her, and Katie was there too, filming her, laughing at her. This is all the devil's work. This is all the devil's work. And Nina, I'm so glad and thank you to Allah that you got your baby, because this could have been her. This could have been her and Sebastian. Because listen, if Faith was in the house, you know, Faith is older now. If Faith was in that house, she could have told the story. Because I'm gonna tell you something about these autistic kids. Because I keep saying it every day because I got one. They're not quiet kids. They don't get up in the morning and you know how we do, like when everybody else is sleeping in the house, like we're trying to be quiet and because respectfully for the other people that are sleeping, everything we do, we try to do it quiet so they won't wake up, right? Not autistic kids. Nope. They making noise. Shit is falling off the damn wall. Shoes is falling on the floor. They putting their shoes on, they walking around. My son does it every day. When he up for school, don't think I don't fucking hear him. He up, he got his TV on, he got his headphones on while he getting ready after he get out the shower and all that. He walking on my hardwood floors with his tennis shoes. I can hear him. He's loud. He's noisy. He's talking like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He might be talking to his brother on the phone or whatever. Like, they don't have no concept of trying to be quiet. They don't. So I don't believe Sebastian walked out that door and she didn't hear him. Because these kids don't have no concept about being quiet. They're not quiet kids. They don't, this is not something that they care about doing. You can tell them to be quiet. No, they're not going to be quiet. Because they don't have no concept about being quiet. Your son has what? Let me see. Cerebral palsy. And he's a good young man. Of course. See? Of course. But they trying to raise Sebastian like there's and make him a savage or something. Give him militant duties. Sebastian, you got militant duties. Do this, do that. These kids are not quiet kids. Sebastian's not gonna be like, I'm gonna tiptoe out the door. And they want us to think that he's fucking crazy. He's not gonna take his backpack. He ain't gonna go to the kitchen, get his phone off the counter. Why is his phone in the kitchen on the counter if that's his phone? My son's phone is in his room with him. All his shit is in his room with him. And he's not gonna leave with none of his stuff, none of his favorite shit, and with no shoes on, and it's cold outside, and it's dark as hell outside. Because you guys live in the woods. They could have came with a better story than that. And I'm going to keep talking about the shoes. Why did they think that the shoes was so important to say he didn't have no shoes on? Because he was going to get found with no shoes on? Why was the shoes so important to say all his shoes are accounted for? He got 3 pair of shoes. I don't know how many people have 15-year-olds. They don't even got to be autistic. But remember, we're talking about 15-year-olds. Why does he only have 3 pair of damn shoes? And you live in a $600,000 house. He only got 3 pair of shoes. It's people out here that live in an apartment complex and their kids got way more than 3 pair of shoes. They was controlling Sebastián. They was controlling the Sebastián. My son loves the Lord too. Amen. Amen. Sebastián went straight to heaven. You can believe that. He went straight to heaven. You know, he went straight to heaven, and he's okay. And I'm glad he's okay. Because now he's out of this misery that they put him in. He's out of the misery. That child was miserable. He couldn't tell his dad what was going on. Because who would tell their dad what's going on when they got to go back home to the monsters? Who would spill the beans if they got to go? And what kid, when they had to go home to the monsters? Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys a story, right? Listen, I was essayed when I was little, right? And one day, I was a kid. I was little. Like this dude was doing stuff to me when I can't even remember. I probably was 3 years from the time I was a baby until I was 7, because that's when I said something, right? But listen to this. And he always would tell me, nobody's gonna believe you. You're gonna get in trouble if you tell, whatever, right? So one day I went to my grandmother's house and my aunt was babysitting me and all my cousins, right? And I let this shit slip out. I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I guess I was just tired. I was only 7 though. I'm a child. I'm a child. And I said something, right? My grandmother, she from Yugoslavia. She don't play no games. She not gonna play no games with nobody. I don't give a damn who it was. She went and told my mom. She got on the phone with my mom and was cussing my mom out and talking crazy to her. And guess what though? He was still at the house when I told. He still lived with us. And I had to go home. I had to go home to these people, to these monsters. I thought that was going to be the end of my life. I was like, I was ready to die. I was ready to die. I was ready to die. But thank God that Allah had his hands wrapped around me. And that didn't happen. But guess what happened to me? My mom sent me way across the country where I'm at right now, where I live at right now. And my grandfather, she sent me to my grandfather. She didn't want to deal with me. She sent me over to my grandfather. Let him deal with me. Thank God, because my grandfather was a good dude. But did I turn out to be to go SA some people and be a bad person? Hell no. I might got a potty mouth, but I didn't turn out to be a bad person. So just because you're a victim of that doesn't mean that you're going to turn into some bad person. So Chris and Katie, to hell with you both. I hope you go straight to hell. I hope that they don't pass go when it's time for you to go. You go straight to hell. Because you sacrificed this baby because you felt like his life wasn't shit. He was gonna do something to your daughter. And I believe that he was gonna sacrifice his daughter and Sebastian. I felt like if Faith was there, they probably would have sacrificed her too. They probably would have got her too. And then how many millions of dollars would that would have been worth? These people are they're part of a secret society, you guys. They got help. They got help. And they got Seth running around here looking like a chicken with his head cut off, acting like he don't got no fucking sense. He's looking like the weakest link. Seth did what? Let me, according to what documentation, Seth mistreated Sebastian too. I believe that too. I read that. I read it. I read about when him and Katie was married, and Seth was hitting on him and beating on him and treating him like shit. That's why I said if he was found alive, Seth, you wouldn't get his ass either. Because you ain't no poster child for no damn parent either. But God blesses you with a autistic child, because that's a blessing. It is. And it's to teach you something. It's to calm you down. It teaches you to be have more patience. Be a good parent. It's hard to be a good parent to regular kids. They fucking crazy too. Shit. But he blessed you with an autistic child because he thought you guys was gonna do the right thing, but you guys didn't. You didn't do the right thing by Sebastian. You beat him, you whooped him, you talked down on him, you made him feel like he was worthless, putting a pull up on him. I'm still gonna say, what's a pull up on a 15-year-old? Autistic or not? Sending him to school with a pull up on? That's fucking ridiculous. Let me tell you, that baby is free. That baby is free from all the foolishness and all the bullshit he had to go through, all the hateful and stuff that was said about him that he had to hear from them. And Katie being on the phone with Chris. It's Katie's fault. You guys, it's Katie's fault. This is all Katie's fault. Because Katie, you're the mom. It's your fault. You are the mother. You are in charge. You're the one that couldn't accept your husband being gone the whole month. He didn't even want to come home to your ass. I mean, even though he didn't like Sebastian, I don't think he liked your ass no more either. Shit. But you kept calling him. Let's go with the plan. Let's do it. I want to be with you. I want to be together. Let's go with our plan. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it tonight. I'm going to take him for a play day. I'm going to take him to the grocery store. Make him think that I'm buying this stuff for him. Make him think that this is all for him. You're having a good old play day. You've been good, Sebastian. I'm gonna treat you to a whole play day. And she watched them all day. She watched them eat. She watched them bowl. She watched them have a good time. And she knew the whole time this was gonna be his last day. Savagery. And she thinks that we're supposed to believe that fucking story about he walked out the house, he just left out the house, quiet as hell, and you didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear shit. And we all know better, especially us with the autistic kids. They're not fucking quiet. They don't have no concept of quiet. I wish my son would be quiet in the morning when he get ready for school so I can stay asleep. No, his ass is up, all the lights on, walking through the hallway. He already got his Jordans on, walking through the damn hallway because I got hardwood floors. I can hear every fucking thing. And you didn't even let Sebastian do any extracurricular activities. Like, just because, some of these kids got like water on their brain, like, they can't play football and stuff, but there is some stuff that they could do, especially like have friends. Have friends, after school programs, they need to have a life too. No, I don't see my child driving no time soon. He's 16. He's not going to drive until he's probably 20. So I'm not letting him drive nowhere until he's understanding about the road. But they do eventually. They drive. They get out on their own. They do eventually. They're able to go out and be grown-ups. And you still keep an eye. You still talk to them. You still maintain that closeness with them because they need that. But there's a lot of autistic people out here that are fucking got jobs and doing good and got $600,000 houses because they're fucking smart. My kid is extra smart in at school. Oh, that boy can ace. That boy is smart. A B A because he's so fucking smart. But yeah, all teenagers do dumb shit. Like teenagers, they do dumb shit. And autistic kids is just a little bit different. You just gotta have some patience with them. But Katie, you chose to sacrifice your son for your husband. And Katie, they're coming for you because they're all focused on you because you made the phone call. You made that you made all those phone calls to Chris. You didn't call Seth one time. You didn't even call Seth to tell him. And that's your baby daddy. You didn't even call him to tell him that your child was missing. You guys' child is missing. You had Chris call him. You know why? Because Seth knows Katie. That he knows when she's lying. That's why she had Chris call. Oh, you call him because he's not gonna believe. He's not gonna believe. Hell no, he ain't gonna believe your ass because he knows you. Let's call the police on the private number so they don't know where we are. So it's not recorded. Let's call police. Let's call them on the private line. Because if you would have called 911, they would have known exactly where you niggas was at. They would have known exactly where y'all was at. We're not stupid. You guys, this case is getting ready to be solved. I'm not no psychic, not at all, but I'm intuitive. And we're all intuitive, and we're all not crazy. We are not crazy. We've seen this shit before. This shit happens all the time. All the time. I told Katie, you ain't the first and you ain't gonna be the last. We see autistic kids go missing here and there all the time. And some of them are found. Most of them are found. Sebastian's gonna be found. And you're going to prison. And what are they going to think about you getting rid of your kid in prison? Did you think about that? Did you think about what the prisoners are going to think about when they find out that you killed your son? Allegedly? Did you think about that? See, that's the problem with you guys. You guys don't think ahead. You don't think ahead. And what about the prison system in Tennessee and Mississippi? Because I don't know what if you took them over the state line or not. But you're in Mississippi right now. And I believe you're close to his body so you can watch. So you're watching. So you can keep an eye out. And I know you're up all night because I know Sebastián is not letting you sleep. He's probably like, why, mommy? Why? 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 Why did you do it? Why did you let Chris do it? Why was you calling Chris up every time I was being a bad boy, or you thought I was being a bad boy, because he really wasn't being a bad boy. Sebastián was a good boy. You was a good boy, Sebastián. These monsters were bad people. You was a good boy. All of our autistic kids are good kids. You just got to have patience. It only takes patience. Well, all of our kids, we just got to have patience. And they'll learn. They're going to learn. You got to have the patience to deal with any kid. But this is not the answer, Katie. They're looking at you because you made the phone call to the other monster, to the savage, because you wanted to be out there with him. You wanted to be living your best life. You wanted to be out there with him. You guys is picking out motorcycles and shit, huh? You waiting for that check. You waiting for the devil to send you your check. And you guys can best believe there's some more people that know about what happened to Sebastián and where he's at, because they moved his body a couple of times. They moved his body. So Seth, take those dogs out there, because that body, the body was moved in Chris or Katie's car. Take the dogs to Chris and Katie. They don't have to be inside the RV to hit on something. They're going to start reacting. They could smell it from a mile away. Take the dogs out there, Seth. Get you some rest, Seth, because you're pissing us off right now with all that foolishness. Talking about Chris had to approve this and that. Fuck Chris. Chris ain't nobody. He's a devil worshiper. They sacrifice that baby for some money so they can live like they want to live. Well, you guys are gonna be made an example of. They're gonna make an example out of YouTube. They're gonna make an example out of YouTube, and you're gonna go to the Tennessee or the Mississippi prison system, whichever line you pick. If you did it on the Tennessee side, you're going there. If you did it on the Mississippi side, you're gonna go over there. And it's the worst prison system in the United States. Everybody in the South got the worst prison system. And I guess they were smart. They thought they were smart enough to just get away with it. They're not. Because we're going to keep talking about Sebastián. You killed my nephew. And that's how I feel. And I'm never going to stop talking about him. I'm going to keep talking about him. And I hope you're listening, Katie. I hope you're up at night and you can't sleep and you're like, let me get on the internet and see if anybody's talking about Sebastián. I hope you run through my YouTube channel. I hope you see it. Because every time you hear a siren, your heart's beating fast, isn't it? I hope you see this, Katie. You better get down to the police station and make a statement before somebody else does. Because I'm wondering, does anybody else want to do life in prison for you? Does Chris's parents, does anybody does Big D, are they willing to go down for you? Little old you? Little old redhead? Hot-tempered redhead? You thought Sebastián was dead, didn't you? See, Katie thought Sebastián was dead already. She thought she had killed him. KIL'd him. But he wasn't dead. And then when Chris came, Sebastián woke up. And he started fighting. And he started biting. And he started scratching. He said, I'm going to leave some shit on you guys. You guys think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm going to leave some shit on you guys. He woke up and was like, shit. Oh, hell, I'm in a dark. Oh, no, it's dark outside. We all in the woods. Oh, yeah, I know what time it is. I'm going to bite and scratch. And he did that. So for them to say there's no evidence, oh, there's evidence. There's evidence. You best believe there's some evidence. The police have found some evidence. And Katie, they're coming to get you because it's your fault. Because you bought into all that. You married into a family that deals with devil worshiping. If you wasn't worshiping the devil already yourself, because I don't believe that you're not innocent in none of this. You're not innocent in none of this. It's kind of like the Lori Daybell case. Where she said Chad, I don't even, Lori didn't even say that Chad, was the one that made her think all these crazy thoughts. But Chad sure did turn on her, huh? Look at Chad Daybell's case going on right now. What is he saying? It's Lori's fault. It's her and her brother. And that's what's going to happen that's what's going to happen to Katie. The Proudfoots is going to turn on you. They're going to be like, it's you. It's your fault. You the one that thought of this. You the one that called Chris. It's all you. That was your son. It's up to you to go find them. It's up to you to search. But we all know you ain't searching because you know where he's at. You're not going to search for somebody where you already know where they're at. What you could have been doing since it was a cover up, you could have at least tried to search for him, even though you know where he was at. You could have made us all think, well, hey, shit, she out there searching. Maybe she don't know. You ain't think no searchers. You haven't said nothing to the searchers. You don't give a damn. And you guys have the nerve to have the Sebastián t-shirts on in the motorcycle shop. I know Sebastian ain't letting you. I know he ain't letting y'all sleep. But anyway, you guys, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on Katie. Because Katie, I'm telling you, if you don't get to that police station before them proud folks get to the police station and tell on your ass, there ain't gonna be no deal. There won't be a deal. Not for you. There might be a deal for the Proudfoots. Not gonna be a deal for you because they're gonna throw you under the bus. They are. They're gonna throw you under the bus. I kind of feel sorry for Seth because he got to deal with you and the Proudfoots, and maybe he's not as strong as some of us. So I kind of feel sorry for him. But you better be glad I'm not his sister in real life, because bitch, I'll be on your line. You'll never get no sleep. I'll be knocking at that RV door every night. I'll be throwing rocks at that RV. I would have brought my German Shepherd in, and he would have been barking like crazy to get into that RV. But I'm gonna let you go. I am. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for work. I'm gonna say my prayers first because Sebastián needs prayers. Sebastián needs prayers. He needs for people to get on their knees. He needs for us to find him because he can't rest until he's buried the proper way. Not buried because some monsters buried him. He needs to be buried. He needs to have a proper burial with all his new aunties and uncles. And I'm not even gonna say if when they find him, shit, I might come out there. Because Katie, you're the answer. You hold the key to finding your son. We're not waiting for the Proudfoots. We're waiting for you to step up. You got the key to all of this. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes, but not all of us make this kind of mistake. You're going to have to go, like Chris said, the punishment has to fit the crime. The punishment has to fit the crime. And Katie, you're going to pay. So we'll see what happens. I'll check back in after I get off work later on tonight. Check back in, see if you went to the police station, see if you're talking. You better go to your higher power. Get to your higher power. Find your higher power. Because what you're doing is not the wrong thing. And if you want to be forgiven for this, you better get to your higher power right now. And it better not be the devil. You better not have did this for money and power. You can't take money and power with you in the afterlife. Why would you subject yourself to picking your husband and money and power over your child that God blessed you with? These kids are a blessing. God gives us these kids so he can know when it's time for them to go. He'll know which ones they are. And you did the ultimate. You did the ultimate sacrifice. And you're going to have to pay for that. You're going to have to pay for that. I know people that have committed the ultimate sacrifice. My child's father committed murder. Yes, he did. He committed a murder. Yes, he did. He went and did his time. He did his time and got out. and went back 5 more times and did some more time for some other shit. So he's not a good person. He's not. All he cares about is money and power. And you know what I told him the other day? I told him, if I wanted to buy you, I can buy you because all you want is money and power. And I got money. And I told him that I could buy you. And that's sad that you can buy somebody with some money. That is sad. You can't take money with you. You can't take power with you. So why do it? Why sacrifice? But I'm going to let you go on that. Because I'm going to take my bubble bath. I'm going to do my prayer. I'm going to pray to Allah. I'm going to make sure that my day is going to be a good day. Right? Got to go see a couple of my friends. And yeah. And I'm going to see later on if Katie is ready to say something. Because I'm talking to Katie. You need to say something. Because you got your baby daddy out here looking bad. He's looking for his son. That's all he wants is to find his son. And you got him out here looking bad, sending your husband over there to bully him. So we're going to see later on, just like I said the other day, come home from work and see if you went to the police station. Or if you're going to run. Because they're going to find you. They're going to find you. So have a good day. Not you, Katie. Not you. I'm not talking to you, Katie. I'm talking to Justice Jane. Have a good day, baby. Have you a blessed day. Be safe out there. Sherry, be safe out there. You guys stay safe. Wall TV, stay safe. We're going to figure this out. It's going to come out. Salam. May everybody have peace in their life. Have peace. May Allah bring you peace.